And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. The Blue Devils' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will get the ball first. And they were in the market for a guy to make an impact on the ground, and they found him in this transfer, guys.
This was an offense that needs explosive play, so bring this dude in at the running back position and let him go. I can't wait to see what he's able to do today.
Man, let's see if he can earn the respect of his teammates. You know, you've done this and you have experience elsewhere. Now you get to do it for your squad, for your new team, all the hype. Let's see what he's got.
The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking for a crease. It's Allen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Tight end now in motion. Right back to him on the ground. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of... Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out. And that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse? And do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
Off the play fake on 1st down. They're working that left side. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun to give to the back. Got some room into the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Blue Devils offense will go to work for the first time today. We've seen freshmen step into the running back position with big expectations many times. David Herschel Walker, Adrian Peterson, among others, and they hope that they found a guy like that here.
Well, and he's highly touted. He's got the skill set, obviously, highly recruited. Everybody... This is a different animal, Palmer. Like when you come into this atmosphere and you got a bunch of full-grown men coming at you, I'm very curious to see how he responds. I know he has the physical ability, but is he ready for this?
He looks really good coming off the bus, I'll say that. He is definitely built different, but he's going to have to run different than he did at high school. David, you know this. You can't bounce every run to the outside and get... I'm really curious to see the discipline he's going to have in this game running the football now that he's playing against much tougher competition.
Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And it's just a pick-your-poison thing for this defense. They decide to play man-to-man, really good coverage in the back end, taking away the pass, but then what happened? The quarterback sees it. Not only does he see it, Everybody trailing their guy, so much space for him. He takes off and makes the huge run for this offense.
Back to pass. Here's a heat. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down. All right, guys, let's look at the big picture for Duke. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus, the number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback
breaks into the open. Smacks him with the stiff arm. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Duke. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the grab. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll off one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And that is an excellent punt as it lands out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Rush is on him. He's going to take off. Quarterback got it himself. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. Now on 1st down from the 28. Looking for room. It's Orlando. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Snags it inside the 20. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Blue Devils. Once he got some room, it was over.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. RPO complete to open the drive. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Off play action. Heaves it on the run. Snatches it on the right. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the 1st down. He's got 42 yards on the ground, and they wanted to have an identity as a running team, and he's giving them that in the season opener. Going to the run, it's Allen. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Quickly complete. This senior shows some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. The Wolverines had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Trying play action. Caught in the backfield, it's Allen. And that's good for the completion percentage and bad for the yardage. They lose ground on that one. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Wolverines! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. The extra point here would tie the game.
And that is a huge touchdown for the offense and also a big momentum shifter in this game, because now if they kick the extra point, they tie this game, anything could happen.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Witherspoon. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They're going to run it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
Fires left. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And the Blue Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Runs through the tackle. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Hard running there. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. And the Wolverines line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires deep toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
It's so easy to be up here in the booth and say, you should have put more zip on that. Sometimes you got to use the lob wedge. That time, you probably should have used the drive.
Off play action on first down. Under fire. Makes the grab. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25. Got some of the work done on first down. Let's see what they have on second down. Give to the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. From the gun, wants to pass. The short hands, it's Upshaw. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The Blue Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for space, it's Orlando. Got 3 on first down, it's 2nd and 7. Now the play fake. Finds his tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And the Blue Devils are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. There he goes. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The RPO, it's complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Nifty little scamper on this one, enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Blue Devils didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Duke!
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Arizona dug down deep and found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I'll tell you this, it sure beats trying to explain a bad loss. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He's up to 90 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Dickens. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back gets the give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness. And
deep shot for the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Michigan.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his second touchdown of the game.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he's going to try to return this one. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked? Oh, he's got some space. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Offense getting set for first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. It's complete. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Blue Devils send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
This defense, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
To the air on 2nd down. And as he throws, pulls it in. It's Witherspoon. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. It's Witherspoon. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
Well, you've seen the last two plays now. This guy's versatility, and you've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
On the move, it's Orlando.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small game, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
The play-action fake. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Witherspoon. Touchdown, Blue Devils! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Michigan offense. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Grabbed behind the line, it's Allen. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for second down. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Dickens. Breaks away on the left. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Wolverines.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
He'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Turning it on. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. He now has 91 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. He's moving out of the pocket. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Pressure coming. Tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this D didn't let him sniff that first down marker.
And sometimes these QBs, man, you just want them to hang in the pocket maybe just a little bit longer. It's third down. I got a little bit I got to get, and I think he pulls the football down, tries to make a play with his feet, but the defense does their job and forces the fourth down.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. So look at this. They're sending out the kicker to try along. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. The field goal is no good. And here in the second quarter, this field goal leaves us tied, guys.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the football back now. A pretty good field position. There's still a few ticks left on the clock. They've got a chance to steal some points here late in the half.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, one half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that second half in Ann Arbor. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the big house.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And the Duke offense heads back. The second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Scrambling away. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds. As long as it passes the line of scrimmage, we go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Got it in the middle. It's Witherspoon. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Might be calling a hot route. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's got him. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. Looking for a gap. It's Witherspoon. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the 1st down.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Touchdown, Duke! And that one will give him the lead. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Makes the quick grab. And they pick just a few on that completion. They'll line up for a second down play. Off the play fake. Here's the pressure. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's got it. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Reads it, fires complete.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom. I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
Got his man. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Wolverines come to the line needing just inches for the first down. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
Man, I like the call. 3rd and inches, I feel like I can get a few inches. I just need to fall forward, but this defense more than ready for the quarterback sneak.
I think as a play caller, that just makes you second-guess everything. You'd love to think you can just dial up QB sneak to pick up that first down. Now, you're probably going to have to hand it off to the big fella behind you to keep this drive going.
Gotta love the physicality on 4th down and short. You know what's coming. They hand the football off to the running back. No secret, but he plays physical, gets behind his pads, and gets the first down.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Got his man downfield. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Firing to the right, complete. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Wolverines back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Fires to the wideout. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. And the Wolverines come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. They'll keep it on the ground. Give him 105 yards rushing, and he goes over the century mark in this season opener. The Wolverines are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll send the back in motion. Grab behind the line. It's Bowie. Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address and do something different.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. The Blue Devils can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Gonna run it. It's Orlando. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge 3rd down here in the big house. Quarterback making adjustments. 3rd down play from the gun. He hurls one deep down the left side. Got it in stride inside the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
And It's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And the point after is good. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
That just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Wants to fire on second down. Complete in the middle. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Trying play action. Under fire. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Trying to get rid of it. And the missed connection on third down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Got his man. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
Motion from the wide receiver. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And he he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. And the Blue Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. To the ground with the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
It's on target and complete. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Touchdown, Duke! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds his big tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the 1st down. And the Wolverines in a good spot here with 2nd and short. On the run, it's Allen. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And the defense gives up the 1st down. And here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Wolverines want to move quickly.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want.
Unleashes one deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
Complete downfield. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this.
Touchdown, Wolverines! Fitted in the window for the score.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. And they've gotten a superb performance from their senior quarterback. And he's thrown it all over the place. Been a bit of a mismatch, candidly, Jesse.
I think there were high expectations for this guy coming into the year, but I don't know if anyone thought it would look this good. He has been so dialed in today. When he's doing the work during the week leading up to the game, boy, oh boy, it shows up on game day. He's got a lot of...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Plucks it out of the air. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Blue Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Unloads to the right. He's got an open man. He'll work his way down to the 28.
How about this offense, man? You gotta love it. Late in the 4th quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of game.
And the Blue Devils pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Leaves it with the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. If they can pick up a yard here on 2nd down, that might put this one in the books. Here's the handoff. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. The clock and the scoreboard on their side as they come to the line, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Fighting for the end zone, and he dropped it. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Wolverines buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room. They knock him down in the end zone. That'll be a safety and put an exclamation point on this one. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll go to the ground. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And this is sort of like a pinball machine. The numbers keep ticking up. He's closing in on 450 yards.
Yeah, Reese, and there's no defense for perfect throws, and that's what this guy's been delivering all game long. You know, the coverage hasn't always been off there, but this guy just finds a way to thread the needle.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
They'll run it from the gun. Creates a little space. Breaks into the open. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. The Blue Devils kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Really good gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. On the move. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. One more play to pad the stats. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean,